ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and welcome to this year's celebration of Europe Day. The 9th of May celebrates peace and unity in Europe. It marks the anniversary of 1950 Schuman Declaration, which laid the foundation for what is now the European Union. To officially commence this year's celebration, it is an honor that I invite all EU ambassadors and His Excellency Jesus-Miguel Sanz to give his opening remarks.
Good evening. Sawadee Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming along to celebrate Europe Day. In the aftermath of the Second World War, Robert Schuman had a vision to unite European states into a single community. This initial group has grown into a 28-member union built around peace and human dignity. As the High Representative for Foreign Affairs, Federica says, human rights is one of the overarching priorities at the heart of the European policy and compass in all relations with third countries and international organizations. The European Union and Thailand remain united when facing security threats, when facing extremism, human trafficking, terrorism, and cybercrime. We all have in mind recent images of suffering and drowning in the Mediterranean Sea. Smugglers operating powerful crossing routes at Europe doors amass billions of euros dealing with human life. Our fundamental interests and values are at stake. There is a collective sense of urgency in reacting to this tragedy, and the Union is coming forward with an action plan to disrupt slavery networks and to address the complex issue of migration. Major events are marking this year's calendar: the United Nations Paris Conference on Climate Change and the agreement on the new Sustainable Development Agenda. We all share responsibilities and we need to work together in the run-up to Paris. The future of our planet and our children is asking for tangible results. 2050 is also the first European year for development. With the Union and its member states as the world's largest donor, Europe tries to make a difference in the life of millions. It is about allowing people to live a decent life while respecting planet Earth. Europe was recently confronted with one of the hardest financial crises in decades. Our monetary union and its currency came under severe threat. But despite the difficulties and predictions of the euro, we overcame the crisis. We emerged developing a stronger economic, monetary, and banking union. No country has left the euro. Actually, Lithuania has joined the Eurozone. To our east, ASEAN is one of the world's fastest growing regions and is building an economic community of 600 million consumers. 2015 will be a crucial year for ASEAN too. We want ASEAN to succeed. We know the strategic benefits of regional integration and how essential it is for peace and prosperity. We acknowledge the role that ASEAN plays in the region and the role that Thailand plays in ASEAN. Our trade partnership with Thailand is solid and mutually beneficial. It is growing and deepening every year. In 2014, European consumers continued to buy more Thai goods, and the same trend was maintained over the first quarter of 2015. Similarly, the European industry stays committed to Thailand and investment is on the rise. We know well from our successful Erasmus experience that educational exchanges are fabulous ways of cross-fertilizing societies. Many Thai students are increasingly benefiting from these kind of schemes. Education, mobility and culture are essential vectors for creating industries, for job creation, particularly targeted to young people. Distinguished guests, on behalf of my dear colleagues, the ambassadors of the European Union member states, we wish all the best to the Thai people on Europe Day. We hope that the return to democratic rule will be soon realized through an inclusive process and a constitution that accommodates the aspirations of all the Thai citizens. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณครับ
Sure.